All right, let's look. Cool.
You guys online?
Yeah. Now finally.
Hi. Okay, so let's see. So we just need Clew, you need to be able to share your screen, and then we need a shot of your face.
Right. Here's my face.
Okay.
And then.
So on your computer, go ahead and join the Zoom call.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the code.
I'll be a minute.
It's on.
Okay. Hopefully.
Shoot. Join a meeting.
Okay, so was that you?
No, that's somebody else.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, hello, whoever joined. We are currently still setting up.
Oh, hello.
A little bit. It's 4 right now, so we're supposed to actually be starting, but it'll be just a second here. Did you manage to join?
It's
No.
still loading on my end.
He doesn't have the Zoom app. He's inputting from the website.
Yeah, it's just taking a sec. But,
Do it again.
yeah. Okay.
There you go. All right, we'll be on in just a moment.
Alrighty.
Code is here.
Alrighty. So, just put in.
Just put in this number, and you'll be in. Just don't connect to audio, or else you're gonna get like a screechy sound.
Okay. So I just have it like on mute, or will it automatically?
It'll ask for you to join in audio. Just like X out when it does.
879 4001 2653.
Your demo should start in a few seconds.
It'll ask for you. I don't see anyone trying to join here.
Am I silent on that? Yeah.
So we're still setting up.
Are you still trying to connect to your Gmail?
Yeah, just that I can have like.
Check on your internet, because that's not supposed to happen if you're connected.
Yeah.
You need to transfer, because, okay, so if the computer is the problem, Davina, the computer that you're using right now, it has fiber optic, right?
Mine or his?
Oh, it's connected.
Yours.
Yeah, it just is taking like a second.
Okay. Because my concern is that there'll be a lag on your computer, Clew, because you mentioned there would be a lag, and it's taking a really long time just to connect to the Zoom meeting, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it opens Zoom client or whatever. Yeah, we can definitely.
That's I don't know what Zoom client is.
I don't know either. But I can just hook this up to your computer if anything.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Like it's connected.
And so we'll share screen on this computer, Davina's computer, and then we can use a phone to capture your face, okay?
I'll just need to access the Google Drive so that I can.
Which it'll be easy.
Yeah.
I just have to sign out.
All right, I'm gonna say we're gonna delay here for a few minutes.
Right. Another one. Okay.
Do you have an HDMI?
Not for a
Wait.
MacBook. So
Oh, it doesn't have an HDMI?
you're gonna need an adapter.
Yeah. I don't think so. I'm gonna just download this.
Do you have an adapter for a MacBook?
No.
Okay.
So,
Alright. So Poppy,
um,
all right. So plan to use my computer won't work because he doesn't have an adapter for his touch screen.
Okay, just a minute.
Can you download the actual app Zoom?
yeah. If anything.
Okay, sorry, I was talking with Felicia. What was that?
Using my computer won't work because there's no MacBook adapter to connect from his iPad into my laptop.
I see. Okay, so we're just gonna have to use Zoom on your computer, Clew.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and download it right now, and just have to. We'll have to like hold off until then. Jesus.
Oh,
We can definitely at the very least start the
hi, Natalie.
introduction and stuff like that.
Natalie is in the meeting now.
All right. Well, yeah, we are experiencing some technical difficulties with the internet and connecting each devices. But for those of you that are currently on, I don't know it just says Zoom user on my end, but whoever you are, hello. My name is Davina and this is Poppy. Natalie is on as well. She's another coordinator. And this is Clew. He is one of our artists. He is going to be teaching you guys how to use animation using Fire Alpaca. Do you want to, while it's downloading, do you want to give a rundown of what you're planning to make?
Sure. So, hello, like Davina said, my name is Clew. And yeah, for today, I figured it'd be a great idea to try and introduce animation in a very easy to access sort of way. I don't necessarily know who here has any experience using digital art, much less animation. It could definitely be a scary process to like jump into. But oh, hey, Rain is here.
Yeah,
Hello.
she's not connected to the audio yet, so she can hear you.
Okay.
Just keep going.
All right, for sure. But basically, what I have is a lot of are the tools necessary in order to get you started. So with this basic course or whatever, with this workshop, hopefully you guys will be able to make your own little character, get a little bit of animation going, and with that, you'll be able to download it as a GIF, which is basically a file format that is a short animation that loops. Really cute stuff. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. I figured I don't know if we want to do like any sort of exercise just to get to know everyone, or just to explain what we are in terms of chai. But
yeah, Poppy, you want to go?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Why don't we each say our name and then I don't know, our favorite form of animation or what we like to animate.
Yeah,
so I'll go. My name is Poppy, and my favorite form of animation is animation that uses watercolor as well as digital work.
My name is Davina, like I said. I've never done animation art before, so I don't know what would be my favorite. But I do find it entertaining and I do find it creative in its own way. And I can't wait to see what Clew comes up with for you guys.
I'll go next. Yeah, so my name's Clew. I really enjoy all forms of animation. I've recently been getting more into like stop motion stuff. I think that is like the cutest thing ever. But and that could be stuff like Nightmare Before Christmas, studio like stuff. So like Coraline, things like that. And yeah, that's what I guess I'm into. I don't know if anyone.
Okay, Raina says she's getting set up, so she'll be a minute. And then I don't know who ZU is, but hello. And if you wanted, oh, Estrella, hi Estrella again. Hello. Estrella says that they like any type of animation.
Nice. That's very,
Oh, are we gonna be able to?
So for Estrella, I don't think Estrella can talk. But I will read her messages.
We could always also talk about like what your favorite cartoon might be.
Yeah.
The form of nowadays cartoons have been getting a lot more favorable as a medium in terms of like shows on Netflix, in terms of Eastern animation like Japan anime, Japanimation, and even Korean. So, you know, if there's a show that you've been recently watching or something that really hits home, because a lot of shows from the 90s are starting to get back in, feel free to talk about that too. Because I love talking all things cartoons and anime. Trying to just get this to work. I think that.
Did it download on itself yet or no?
So I think
Because I
like,
saw a pop up
did you,
when I tried to download it.
see, it's like downloading here.
Right. So
See, this one's already finished.
File does not have an app associated with it or perform international to install an app or if one already
Alicia's here. Alicia just joined.
Hi, Alicia. We're still trying to figure out Zoom, getting connected with that. So we've just been introducing ourselves and our favorite animation, if we have one, favorite kind of animation or favorite animated show. Do you have one for your laptop type?
Maybe for Intel.
Because you have an HP, right?
Yeah, it's not great. Great. Oh yeah. Maybe this one.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. File request to list the dates and times.
Still setting up here. We still need to connect Clew's computer to Zoom so that he can share his screen with y'all, so you guys can see what he's doing.
One thing also, I don't know who here has checked the email for downloading Fire Alpaca. If anybody hasn't yet downloaded it, I can walk you through the process now. It'll be important for being able to use a program that will allow for creating GIFs, and also I'll be able to send you guys like the files necessary to get you started if you so desire. So I don't know who here would have had it downloaded yet, but if anybody needs to, just let me know. And I can help you out with that. It's not too bad, not too hard. It's like the best free program for using animation, in my experience at least.
I can put the link in the chat here. You go to firealpaca.com.
When preparing for this, we had to download it onto. We were seeing if we could get it to work on Davina's device, and we downloaded it real quick. Didn't take too long at all. Just download it and see what happens.
Do you have a Microsoft Outlook as a thing, or?
I do, but like I don't think it's like I don't think I have like an account set up or anything like that. So we're gonna.
What other formats do they have?
This one right here is just I think a
Keep going.
general one, but there's
extension for Zoom extension from browsers. So you have Chrome, so you could get it from Chrome. Or if you keep scrolling down while that loads, I don't know what Intel is. iPhone, iPad, Zoom code for conference room touchscreens. Keep scrolling. Download Google Play, download Microsoft, Apple Store. I mean, that could work, but we'll just wait for that one because that one's almost done. Zoom Outlook is safe. What's that?
It's just checking to make sure that it's it's not sketchy or anything. But apologies for the delay to the people out there. And you're saying that Reina is not able to hear us right now?
I think Raina was still setting up.
I see.
Okay.
I can hear you guys. I think I'm just gonna follow along like this because I can't really like fully interact like through my phone, but I'm like stuck using it. So I'll just watch you guys.
If worse comes to worse, because I mean, at the end of the day, this was a workshop made to help people who are having a hard time, or who might have a hard time without access to a screen like this that you can actually draw on. I can just go along without using the tablet and create an animation and sort of walk you guys through with that. Because honestly, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be accessible even if you don't have like great equipment. So
Do you mean make an animation through my laptop?
we can do that just using like the trackpad. It'll be interesting, but definitely it'll come out with like a fun little product, I think.
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah, definitely. And like that's the whole point of this too, this exercise, is to allow for people who may not have, these tablets or like digital art experience. All right, so it looks like it's installing. So hey.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just see if it.
It's being installed, so it's not on his computer yet. So we have to wait for that, for however long that'll take.
Let's see.
If it's not gonna upload in the next 3 minutes, then we'll just have to do it with my computer. It's already been like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
And you said you needed to head out by 5, right?
About 5:45 to pick up my brother, but I'm just here to make sure things are running smoothly.
Well, I suppose while we're waiting, I could share some of my favorite shows. I really like dystopian anime. It's kind of obscure.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen it.
So like Ghost in the Shell and Kaiba. There's some interesting ones that if you dig far enough, you can find. I also just like general television, just like Steven Universe and Adventure Time and She-Ra, things like that.
She-Ra. Oh, I've been getting into She-Ra, like hardcore.
Yep.
All right, so it's going. Hey, the
That's
bar's moving. Also, Reina and Coda, if you guys want to introduce yourselves and talk about what you guys like in terms of your favorite shows, feel free. You can hop in on this.
All right, let me go first. I really like Samurai Jack. I've always liked Samurai Jack. I feel like that art style is like insane. Like it's just so original, but it's so easy to follow and like pretty to look at. Yeah. Other than that, my sister's been showing me like Attack on Titan, like how crazy the animation in that is. Insane. But yeah, that's about it.
The cool thing about Samurai Jack, so that one was created by Gendy Tartakovsky, who worked on other cartoons that you guys might know, like Dexter's Laboratory. He worked on he created Powerpuff Girls.
That's
Okay, it's
my
successfully installed.
That's
yeah.
my favorite show.
Yeah, Powerpuff Girls is a good one.
I found their because my family has DirecTV
Mhm.
and they get on demand, and I try to search up Powerpuff Girls, so I was curious, and I found the movie.
Oh, you found the movie.
I found the
Yeah.
movie,
So
and I watched it.
The original movie, I think it came out in theaters, and that was like a really cool experience. If anyone ever got to see that,
I had it on DVD when I was a kid, and that was the only thing.
It
I
went
watched.
hardcore with like the graphic content in terms of the fighting and stuff. Oh my gosh. But very cool. And then also what's really interesting, Kenny Tartakovsky's wife, Laura Foss, also in a lot.
Your PC needs to be restored to finish up the
Oh, this isn't Zoom though. That's like a whatever. Let me just put in my email here. She actually created Wander Over Yonder, which was a bit more of a recent one, and also Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
That makes sense. Yeah.
My show.
Art style.
Oh, that's a good one. The movie Good Will Hunting was very made me feel for sure. But yeah, so you could actually like if you look at those shows, they all kind of have like a similar feel to them. I feel like with their really thick lines and sort of simple geometry with their animations, they kind of have like a style for sure. Sign up.
I did not know that. Also, I'm like driving right now, so sorry if I like don't have my video on, but I'm gonna be home in like 10 minutes. But to introduce myself, my name is Coda. I like art and stuff, and my favorite like animations. I really like right now I'm watching like Hunter x Hunter. I like old like shonen, kind of like early 90s anime, like Yu Yu Hakusho and stuff. That's stuff I just like how it looks.
Yeah.
And then I also like Over the Garden Wall. You mentioned that a while ago.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I also used to like Steven Universe too. That was like.
Or you can just.
That was all cool.
Oh yeah.
I just like all kinds of animation.
Yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho, I unironically like the dub. And if anyone has heard the dub, it is like over the top, but like in the best of ways.
I'm just so used to dubs that like I didn't think it was weird or anything.
But like Kuwabara's voice, so like right. It'll just be like, okay, so like, he'll be like, "What's the matter, you Rameshi? I'm gonna beat you up." And he's like, "Whatever, Kuwabara." I don't know, he's too cool. Yusuke Urameshi too cool for school. He's a okay. The email meeting ID.
79 4001 2653.
2653. All right. Okay, guys.
Oh, you should. No.
Oh,
It's fine. Just don't join the audio when it asks you to. I'm trying to avoid a sound.
Okay. Can He's joining. It's gonna be a second.
He's coming in.
Over the Garden Wall too. That was Pat McHale, and he worked on content for shows like Adventure Time and Regular Show, and I believe also Marvelous and Misadventures of Flapjack.
That show was crazy.
Oh, nice.
Certain characters from Adventure Time, like the Lich, were actually designed by him. So if you watch, Over the Garden Wall, it's a very creepy show. Has like a lot of you could see where designs like the Lich came from, I think, watching that kind of stuff. Very cool. There are actually some characters in other shows that were like based off of him, which I think is really cool. So in the Adventure Time episode, I forget what it's called.
Take care of your
computer. There's a bear character named Party Pat.
Okay, you're in.
Okay.
Yay.
All right, cool.
I remember Party Pat.
Party Pat, That was inspired. Like the character was inspired by Pat McHale, and also in Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. If you remember the character Punsy McHale, um, another character based off of him. So it was a really funny thing.
It's all interconnected.
Hey, all right.
Midnight Shop Pool, Midnight something.
What was that, Conan?
Hey, we got some.
Have you seen the animated series Midnight?
Midnight Gospel?
Oh yeah, Midnight
Yeah,
Gospel.
Yes. So that to me is like the most craziest thing in terms of animation, because
check on your connection, please.
just like the internet connection.
Yeah, check on it, please.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it.
Yeah, we got to get your screen up, Clew, so we can share it.
Yeah.
It's not allowing me to, or you can just share your, or you can just
do like screen share. Or?
Just do screen share. Do you know how to do that?
On here, I can. Oh shoot.
Just give it a second because his side of it's not responding, or it's saying it's not responding on his end.
Yeah, it just might
So
need
just give it
a second. Yeah. So it's very good computer. And as much as I like talking about animation, I would feel really bad if this were just a 3-hour let's talk about animation.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool.
But I ironically like to talk about it. I could drone. I really can. I want to actually teach you guys how to do stuff. So hopefully, hopefully this will respond. Apologies again for this kind of slow start. But, we're okay.
On the live, Sophie says the Powerpuff Girl movie was the first movie I took Davina, Elenis, and Cyrus to go see.
Yep, that's my mom.
So cute. Yeah.
I don't remember seeing it in the theaters, but I believe her.
Thank you for the compliment on my shirt, by the way. I found it at a thrift store. I got it at the I think the Salvation Army. So it's pretty neat.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Estrella, Adventure Time too. Yeah. So yeah.
I'm just checking on his Wi-Fi connection on his laptop. I'm thinking because it's connected and it's secured and it looks like all bars are there. It's just not responding on his end for his window. So I'm thinking, we
could close it and open it again?
Yeah. Do you think that'll work, Poppy?
We could try it. Yeah.
Okay. Because it's like not responding. So you can go ahead and try it.
Okay. Yeah.
Or just just X out the call.
I don't think it'll let me leave like that necessarily.
Okay.
I'll just have to force stop it. What? Honestly, in the back of my head, I was thinking maybe I should bring. Oh.
Yeah. Did you close the program?
Well, it looks like it's.
Because it kicked you off.
Oh, it kicked me off.
On my end.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So. Shit. Okay. All right. Google. All right. We're just gonna need to like give this some time to wait and breathe. Okay, let's try that again.
All right, so the code is 879-400-12653. 2653.
All right, and then do not connect to audio.
Do not connect to audio. Yeah, and then join. See, this second time will work. If not, we're gonna be using my computer.
Yeah. While we're waiting for it to connect, as I was saying with whatchamacallit, Midnight Gospel, that was such an interesting concept because I think the way how oh, what's his name? Pendleton Ward, the guy who made it. All right, so it's saying unable to connect. I think it's safe to say let's just use your computer.
Yep, it's unable. All right. So let me go ahead. You're not signed in. Try again.
Okay, let's go ahead and sign in with mine so I can get that file.
And then we can also set up a phone. So we'll share the screen from from Davina's computer.
Okay. Man, that is such a shame. But it's okay. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and download this.
Okay, so do you and you have Fire Alpaca on my
Yeah.
laptop? Okay.
Just gonna download this file. Okay. So then should be able to open it up. Is it or
Go to it's
under download?
in the app. It's not on the apps.
Maybe it's in download. I'll find it.
Where'd it go? Oh, right there. Duh.
Yeah, file.
No problem, Raina. It's going to be a second for us too.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Oh. There we go.
Okay,
Right.
so now on here, let's just go ahead and share your screen.
So
Okay, great. We're
Right.
in
So we'll be doing it from my computer, and you're just going to use my cursor on my laptop to do all the animations for you guys. But
all right. So this is a file right here for Fire Alpaca. And this is actually something so I want to be able to share it with you guys. So I think the best way to do that might be through I can share it on the drive. So I think I can actually send a link to that on from Google Drive, and then you guys can go ahead and access it on your computer or device or whatever, and be able to open it up. And ideally, you know, what it basically is, I guess I'll put it up there. It's just a bunch of assets for you guys to use. And when I say assets, I just mean like a little character that you can customize with different types of ears, eyes, hair, clothes. So that way, if you don't have any experience with digital drawing or art in general, you can kind of just like cobble together your very own character. And from there, we'll be able to move each individual part to create the illusion of life. And that's what I think is one of the best things about this medium, right? That's why I love animation, you know, coming from the root word of anima, which means life. it's a form of drawing and a form of expression that really allows you to create something that moves, that mimics, reality as we see and perceive it. You know, and so with that in mind, I'll go ahead and share this. Actually, hopefully I can create a link because I don't. Yeah. So we're gonna make this so that anybody with this link can download it, edit it, and can use it. So I'm gonna go and copy this link. And how would I be able to send that on Zoom?
You can just do it to the chat. So you've copied the link, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go move everybody to the side so you can see the chat box. So go to more, and then go to chat, and then the chat box is here, and it's to everyone. So now you can just paste it in there.
Paste that right there.
Everyone's able to see the link. You can also add files in there as
cool.
well,
Yeah, nice.
in case the link doesn't work. Like if somebody is denied access or something.
Oh, yeah, that might actually be more convenient. I'll go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and put that file in there. Let's see. Downloads. This one. There you go. Right. And on top of that, you guys can send it to your friends. And so that might be like a really cute way. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I play certain games that have a character creator option, I just am there like for hours going through the different customization options and trying to make, whatever wonky thing I can. I used to love playing Sims on the PC and on my PlayStation, and just like for hours trying to make the person look as much as some character as possible or whatever. I'll have this open on the side. While we're doing that, if anybody has, and by the way, like, please let me know if you want me to go over something again. I'm definitely able to do that with you guys or whatever. Let's take this slow so that everybody knows what they're doing. Because as you could see, as soon as I opened up Fire Alpaca, there is a lot of just stuff going on. So I can understand if it might be a bit intimidating. So I'll go over each part and like what they are. And if anyone does download it and has Fire Alpaca running, let me know if it works, because I want to make sure that you guys are going to be able to, use your thing or whatever. Is there a way that I can hide this? Let's see. I'm gonna hide it for now. Yeah. Yeah, let's. Okay, cool. Okay, I just press this thing. Okay, so as you can see, there are files for or there like are a bunch of windows on the side. The ones you mainly need to worry about are the tools. This is the toolbar right here on the left side. And you're not even going to need to worry about all the tools. The main ones you're going to be needing to worry about might be the pen tool, the eraser, and the selection tool. Everything else is a bit more complicated and not necessary for this assignment, so you don't need to worry about those. Just remember the top one is your pen, this one is your eraser, and then the selection tool will allow you to move certain objects around. On top of that, you have over here the layers. And I don't know necessarily why the layers aren't showing. Let's see if that's something I can see. Where are the layers at? I'm not used to using this on a Mac too, so I don't know necessarily like if this is gonna. Oh, that's strange. Weird. Let me check something real quick. And can people hear me? I found a few locations. Shush! Get out of here. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if it's still.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Can everyone else hear him?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. So basically, I want to make sure that the layers are visible because for whatever reason, it's not showing it on here. I don't know if that's just a matter of. Go ahead and add this. Let's see if I can get it to pop up. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah. So as you can see here, this is going to be your layers. And I have it sort of set up different. Oh, I should press admit. Yeah. Okay.
No, Poppy can do that.
Okay. Thank you, Poppy. Yeah. So as you can see over here on the folders, I have different layers set up for different parts of customizing your own character. So for example, this is the accessories are all right here, but we can toggle that off and on. We have mouths. We have the eyes. And I believe the eyebrow. Yeah, wait, I don't know which. Yeah, eyebrows. And then if we close this folder and open this one, we have all the different types of hair that you guys can use. Yeah, so yeah, and then over here we have clothing options. And so basically, if everybody is ready, what we're gonna do is use this as a template to create our little GIF. And so what I want you guys to do, if you have it open, if not, I'll walk over the process again for anybody who needs it. We'll go ahead and click File. We're going to do New. And that's going to open up this screen. And so we're going to do an animation. You can do standard, comic, or animation. Comic is actually really good for anybody who's interested in wanting to be like an illustrator and create like comics with panels. This is like a pretty cool little tool that you guys can use. But we're gonna do animation. We don't really need to worry about the width or height. The resolution's also good at 350 dpi. DPI is dots per second. Don't worry about it. It's just like how clear your end product is gonna be. We'll put the background color at white. You can do transparent, but that's only if you want to do like an animation with no background, which can definitely be handy later on. And then we're gonna do, I've been thinking about it, 12 is standard for most cartoons and animations. I think we're gonna go at 8 frames a second, just because that's gonna allow us for a little more leeway in, I guess, like creating like a quick animation. And then don't worry about RGB and CMYK, that has to do with your color profiles. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't overcomplicate things. So once you have these settings, go ahead and select OK. I'll give like a quick second so you guys can look at it, and then I can always go back. That way we'll be able to, work on it together. Yuppers. All right, so now you can see we have a new project. And in order to go back to the other project, where we had the different assets, you just need to click this little window up here, right? So this is gonna be the project where we have our assets. This is gonna be for our animation. And as you can see over here in the layers, we have it set up in a certain way so that we have our frames as folders and the layers underneath as what we're going to be using, right? So here's how we're gonna set it up. We're gonna have multiple layers under the frames, and each layer is going to be a different asset. So one layer will be specifically for the body, one will be for the clothes, one will be for the eyes, mouth, ears, And what that is going to allow us to do is move each layer independently to create the illusion of animation, right? I guess you could kind of think of it like a literal folder and each paper inside being one part of the body. And if you held it all together and they were like transparent, you'd be able to see the entire thing as if it were one character. I hope that makes sense. I'll be able to sort of like walk you through the process. I'll create my own character, and while you guys are seeing me do the process, you can come along and do it on your own time. So I'm gonna go and start labeling these layers. This is gonna be the body. In order to create a new layer, I'm gonna press the little paper right here. This is gonna be the eyes. This is gonna be the mouth. We'll make this the eyebrows. And we'll do the clothes. And we'll make one. I'm gonna make the hair into 2 different layers. And the reason why is because I want the bangs to move independently from the rest of the hair. You'll get what I mean when I start doing it, but basically I want these pinned parts of the body in order to have their own rig. And I say rig with a really loose reference because that's like the closest thing I could think of, but just imagine like each part is attached to the body and they are moving like they're pinned on it, if that makes sense. Again, it might not be a great explanation, but hopefully it'll be enough to get us through this. So I'm going to create a little folder here, and under that folder, I'm going to create 2 layers. This one will be the bangs. This one will be the hair. Alrighty. With that, I think we're ready. So I think I accidentally opened this. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way. Oh. Let me go and hide this real quick. Plop. And then, yeah, we don't want you. Okay. Let's see. Window. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the original area. I'm going to go into this folder, which has, which has access to, actually, wait, not that one, which, I believe it's this one. Yeah, so we're going to go to the head file because this is where we're going to start in making our character. Now, this is where the selection tool is going to come in handy. Basically, what we're going to be doing is selecting just this guy. Make sure that we lasso all the way around him. And if you're using a Mac, it's going to be Command C or Control C if you're using a PC. And on the body layer, we're going to go ahead and paste. As you can see, is right there. Wow. Wow. Technology. And we're going to go and merge that into this body layer. So now the body layer has our character's little body. Hello. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and move this Donkus over to the center. And that's gonna be another thing that you guys will wanna be using a lot for this exercise. It's a shortcut key. If you press Command for a Mac user or Control if you're using a PC, and then you in tandem press the key T, it'll allow you to transform the item. Be easy for moving around and also for manipulating the body. So you're like, wow, or whoa. You can use different things. So if you hold Control, I think you can like be a little, wait, is it Control on Mac or is it Shift maybe? Not necessarily, no, maybe it's Command. Yeah, there you go, Command, you can like, whoa. And so if you do this frame by frame, it'll make it look like the animation is moving. So anyways, we're gonna see. Anyways, wait, what the heck? Where did he go? Oh wait, I think I hit it. Yeah, there we go. So again, we're gonna do Command T, I'm gonna move this guy to the center. That way we can attach everything and create our own little character. All right. With that in mind, let's go ahead and, this part will be kind of self-explanatory. So, you know, basically it's gonna be like a rinse and repeat kind of motion. The head is also connected to the ear area. So we're gonna go ahead and select the ears. Again, with my lasso tool, and I'm using my, just like the trackpad here. What kind of ears do we want? I'll let you guys decide what ears I should use. I kind of made a couple. Feel free to let me know what I should use. We have like normal human ears. We got these pointy elf-like ears. You know, now that I'm the only one here, I can take my mask off. Face reveal. Oh snap! Yeah. So the cool thing is that we'll be able to choose whichever ear we want. You guys help me out here. I wonder what I should use. We can use, yeah, the human ears, pointy elf ears, ear with gauges. We can dog ears for sure. All right, we got.
Yeah, I want to see a furry.
Ears. Okay, we're furry time here, guys. And this is fun because we have all kinds of ears. We can do these little floppy dog ears, or we can do pointy ears, or these are kind of like bear ears over here. I don't know what I was thinking, but we can do that. What are we feeling? What are we feeling, guys? What kind of ears? Oh, we're feeling furry. You know what? Okay, I want to go with these pointy ears. I feel like they're aggressive. I want to make a little aggressive pointy doggos. All right, we're going with the pointy doggos over here. So with the lasso tool, I'm going to be very careful not to get anything else. Doggo, please. Please, oh, please. Okay, only because you asked so nicely. And we can do multiple types. We could do like ears and horns if we want to get edgy up in here. To you guys, I don't know. Let's go wild. Let's go hog. Too edgy. Okay, no, too edgy. You're right. Let's just stick with this. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that also on the body. You ever notice? Okay, so this is just something that makes me a little peeved. All right. You ever notice that, like, you see cat people or dog people, you notice they have like dog ears or cat ears, and on top of that they have human ears? Does that make sense to you? That don't make sense to me. That to me is what do you mean not at all? Like, it does make sense or it doesn't make sense? I feel like it doesn't make sense. I feel. What do you mean elaborate? It's true. Like they have human ears, right? And then they have like animal ears as well. They have 4 ears. Pick a lane is what I have to say about that. I could let people just have their own ears. You know, maybe I'm being a party pooper. Imagine having 4 ear canals. Imagine 4 eardrums. You know, listen, it's already hard enough trying to imagine 2 ears. Look, I became an artist. I became an artist so I don't have to do this kind of mental arithmetic, okay? All right? All right, so we're not really like trying to be too symmetrical here. We can, but what I'm gonna do is just place these here for now. And I'm gonna sort of move them around as I please. And once I get the hair down, because when it comes to like, oh shoot, oops, let me do that again. Once we get the hair in, that's when we can really start to move the ears around and sort of get a good idea of where they should be, right? So, okay, actually here, okay. Now that we got that down, let's choose the eyes. The windows of the soul, as some people might say. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Looking through the eyes, I'm gonna choose these ones. I think these ones will fit our character nicely. I don't know about you guys. It's got like a kind of bored look, kind of like a I want to make an edgy reply on your Reddit forum so I can get karma. That's what these eyes kind of tell me. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own stupid joke. All right, let's make sure we're on the. Let's make sure we're on the right layer. Coda says, Lamau, excuse me. I forget that this is gonna probably not be showing all their chat on YouTube or Facebook or wherever this ends up. So I'm gonna be responding to people, and they're gonna be like, "Are you just responding to the voices in your head?" And I'll say, "Yeah, indeed." Actually, let's go ahead and make this a separate layer, because I might want the ears to move individually. You know. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Eyes, let's go ahead and put that in there. Command V. They're up there. We're going to merge it into the eye layer. And we are going to Command T. And we're going to grab him. Wow, now that's a bit big. So let's go ahead and shrink that a bit. As you can see, there's different waypoints here, whatever, that we can use to change the size. I'm going to hold Shift as I hold this corner piece and drag it inwards. And that's going to allow me to sort of shrink the eyes a bit. And what I've noticed with like little chibi characters is the lower the eyes, the cuter it is. That's just the rules. I think that's going to be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, that's fine. Yeah, there you go. There's some eyes. Wow. Very, very kawaii. Very utsushi. Lessons in Japanese. Kawaii means cute. Utsushi means beautiful. Tomodachi means friend. We're making a little friend. All right. Hair, we don't want to get into the hair quite yet. Let's focus on giving this guy a little mouth. Oh, by the way, so over here, you'll see that this is the navigator window. The navigator window allows you to sort of toggle how zoomed in you are, which is also very important. As you can see, there's a magnifying glass right here that'll allow you to zoom in. So if you zoom in with me, we'll get to look. Ooh, should we give a little dog mouth with the dog ears? Is that going too far? What do you guys think? Is that going too far? I'll wait for a response. While we do that, let's look at the mouths. Let's see. We're gonna give this guy kind of an open mouth. So he's just like, oh, he's a mouth breather. He's a no good mouth breather. It's been decided. And what's going to be great? Yeah, Reina, quite the mouth breather. That's not fair. That's not fair. Reina has asthma. You can't. You're being rude. Okay, being awfully rude. Huh? What? Huh? Wait, what? Oh my goodness. All right, we're just looking at mouths. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Reina. All right, gonna go into the mouth layer. Gonna paste that mouth. Nothing. You heard your name? No, we were talking about how it rained the other day. Not everything's about you, okay? All right. I don't think that loaded properly. Okay, let's delete it and try and do that again. Let's see. That might. Oh, you know what? I have it. I think nestled under the. Yeah, I have it under eyebrows. My bad. Ooh. Copy, paste. We're gonna move that guy. Ooh, let's go ahead and zoom in so we can properly see where we're gonna be moving you. We're using the navigator tool to sort of move our window. Oh, wow, incredible. There you go. Cool. All right. Let's see. Eyebrows are gonna be next on the list. Anyone decide yet? Should we give him a muzzle? I'll wait for you guys to decide. While we're deciding. Yeah, let's look at the eyebrows. Which layer do I have that under? It might have been my fault. Oops. Oh, you know what? I have it under 2. Oh. I always love cute little circle eyebrows, so I'm gonna choose these guys. Full circle. All right. Oh. Same. Oh yeah, by the way, let's go ahead and put this under the mouth layer. That way we can merge it down. Oh, you weren't able to open the file. Okay. Did you try both the Google Drive file and then you tried both and it didn't work? Yeah. Okay. Up to you. If you want, you can. I want to make sure like you're okay with this. If you want to send me on direct message your email, I can email it directly to you, and that might be a bit better. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that on my phone real quick. While I'm doing that, oh yeah, I can talk a little bit more about Midnight Gospel. Because yeah, what was so interesting about that was it was from a podcast, the Duncan Trussell Talk Show, I want to say it was called. And I believe the way that Pendleton Ward, the guy who made the show, like pitched it to him was just like, hey, you know, I animated over this segment. I want to make a show with you. And to me, that's like such an interesting concept because I don't know if you guys are into podcasts or if you're into, you know, Let's Plays, but I always love watching Let's Play animations on like YouTube or whatever. And literally this seems like it's just, what if it were that, but a show? And that to me is like a really cool like thing that was able to happen. And they actually turned it into like a full on story. Which is like super interesting to me. Let me make sure. So I'm gonna go in on my drive, get this file, and then I'll send it to you. Let's see. Download it. And where's my Google Mail? Has anyone else tried downloading this? Let me know if it worked for you or if it didn't work for you.
I'm trying to download it right now.
Okay, cool. Call this. Okay, attach that file. And Estrella, you also have a Fire Alpaca downloaded, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, it should be like you won't open the file directly from your directly from like the files open. What you would do is once you have Fire Alpaca open, you go File, and then you would click Open, and then from there you would navigate your downloads, right? Downloads, and then you would click Custom Character Workshop, and then Open. But because it's already been open, you know, we're gonna go ahead and cancel. But ideally, that's what it would be. So I'll give a second. We'll move the little eyebrows, and then we'll wait a second just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Which layer is this? Is this the mouth?
Okay, I just downloaded it and opened it, and I had no issue. But you do have to open it in Fire Alpaca first.
Okay. It's good you were able to do it, Poppy. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this straightened out. I'm gonna move these eyebrows real quick. So cute. Look at it. Oh, you got it. Awesome. Nice. All right. So since you guys have it open, let me know. Is there anything that you guys are having an issue with? Or if you guys like want me to, do you want me to run it down like how to certain parts of Fire Alpaca and how to use it? Go ahead and just go back and sort of go through that. Yeah.
Does anyone need help figuring out how to use Fire Alpaca? You can go ahead and put it in the chat. Personally, I've already done digital art. I'm not sure how much digital art everyone here has done.
Right. Yeah. If you've used like Paint Tool Sci or Photoshop, it will look a lot familiar. We'll have like the same kind of. Okay, so undo is going to be Command Z, and in order to redo, that's going to be Command Y or Control Z, Control Y if you're using a PC. So let's say like you draw a line. Oh no, what do I do? Command Z. But if you like that line, oh, I like that line. Command Y. Wait, Command Y isn't it working? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. At least for me, it's Command, I think Command Shift. See? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. I lied. I'm a dirty liar. I think Command Y is Paint Tool Sci. Maybe that's why I got it confused. So Command Z is undo. Command Shift Z is redo. There you go. There you go. Ain't it beautiful? Copy. So that's going to be Command C. And in order to paste, Command V. Or if you're using a computer, Control C, Control V. You could also cut, but just copy and paste. And so what you'll want to do, Estrella, is have that extra file open. And one more time, I'll run it through you with you. You'll do File, New. Make sure that you're on animation. There'll be 3 options: standard, comic, animation. You'll want to be on animation. The background will normally say transparent, but let's go ahead and switch that to white. And then you don't really want to touch the width, height, resolution, or number of frames. We'll keep that at 8 frames a second. I'll leave this on for a bit of a minute, and then I'll press cancel because I already have it open.
I have a quick question.
What up?
Okay, so you know how when you created the new image, you changed the background color to white? Is there any way to change that? Like,
sure. Like if you wanted like an actual color like blue, red, or something like that.
Or I mean, I didn't download the pack thing. I'm on Fire Alpaca, but I didn't download like the pre-made pack.
Oh.
So like I created an image, but the background is just transparent. How can I change it to white?
Okay, if you already have it set up, that should be something on the settings.
I'm just drawing willy-nilly. So
yeah, that's the thing too. If you guys want to just go off and do your own thing, please, by all means. Let's see. So I want to say, would it be under edit? Let's see. I mean, your best case could also be just to create, or if it's an animation, I don't think it'll translate. Let me make sure. All right, see you, Reina. Thank you for joining. Let's see. What you can always do is create a new one with the white background. The thing too, though, to remember is that like at the very end, if you save it, if you save it as a GIF, I think it automatically makes the background white. So unless like you specifically ask for the background to be transparent, I think it's gonna be fine. Make sure.
Okay, because I just didn't like seeing the transparent background. But
Oh,
it's not a big deal.
okay. Apologies about that. I don't know how to really change it after the fact when it's an animation or whatever.
That's okay.
Yeah, I get what you mean though. The little dots and such. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So yeah. And then basically, once you have the animation up, like I said, it'll have all the frames already laid out for you. And so what we're basically doing is setting up like our little characters so that we can insert them in each frame. And so that's why I made a body layer, ear layer, eye layer, mouth, eyebrows, and then clothes, and then hair. We'll rename this folder to hair. If you double click on the area where it says layer, that's how you rename it. So I believe this was the eyebrow layer, but we're gonna go ahead and just merge it down by using this little tool right here, this little character right here. So as you can see, this is our eyebrow layer, our mouth layer, eye layer. And again, it's really important to have these on different layers nestled under your folder because we want to be able to move these items independent of each other. So for example, if you want like the ears to move a certain way, if you want like the mouth to move, but you don't want the whole thing to move, that's where it comes in handy. And it'll be a lot more apparent, I think, once I actually start getting into like the animation. But case in point, we'll walk through it together. And so I wasn't able to see who was the one who was asking about the transparent background.
Me, Coda.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm really excited to see then what's gonna end up. What are you gonna end up animating? I'm excited. I'm gonna do something like really simple. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have this little dog character. I'm thinking I'm gonna have him like slowly look up, like he's thinking, and his head's gonna be like tilting back and forth, and there might be like a little thought bubble, and then I might put like something in there, like a cute little image of like, I don't know, bone or something. We'll see. So kind of like playing it out in my head. But anyways, all right. So if you need me to go back on any part, I can. But for now, I'm gonna go keep going on ahead. Now that we finished the eyebrows, we could put on the clothes. Let's see. So we're gonna hide this folder. Oh, you know what? We can add accessories. I'll wait and see if I want to add that after the clothes. We'll get back to that for sure. The clothes layer, I believe, is up here. So, boop. All right, so we got some options. Of the ones that I made, I like this one the most, I think. So I'm going to choose you. And with the selection layer, we're circling over it, making sure that we're on the right layer. So I wasn't actually on the right layer. We want to be toggled over the layer that has the item of choice. And you know that you're on the right layer if it's blue. We're going to Command C. Go back here, Command V. And we're going to Command T in order to move it. And we're just going to move them all the way over. And we're going to try and line it up just right. Let's see. Let's zoom in and see if this is right. We can... Yeah, that's good enough. All right. And so now this is where the eraser tool is going to come in handy because as you can see, the lines are peeking through this guy's collar. So I'm going to go on the layer that has the body and I'm going to choose the eraser tool. And with the eraser tool, I'm just going to weep, weep, weep. Weep, weep, wop, wop. There you go. There you go. Look at him. He's all clothed. He's not naked. Beautiful. And now we can get to the fun part, the hair. Actually, you know what, let's go ahead and merge that layer down so it's attached to the clothes layer. Let's get to the hair. Starting with the, let's start with yeah. All right, let's go and close. Close this layer and open the hair layer. See, we have options. I think I like this hair. Got like the anime kind of look. Will go very well with our dog boy aesthetic. Yeah. So we're gonna go and select this. And you can choose different parts from different hairstyles too. So last night I was asking what kind of hairstyles I should add to this. You know, I was like kind of figuring I wanted to see what I could do. And I think Dakota mentioned a nice mullet. So I use like this part right here that I'm toggling over with the mouse as like the back part, the party part, if you will. And then I used like, I think this for the bangs, and then I drew over the top of the hair. So anyways, let's go and copy. And we're gonna go ahead and zoom out. I'm gonna go and paste. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't think I was on the right layer. Yeah, I wasn't. All right. See, I was on layer 11. I need to be on this layer. Be on the layer where it's at. Okay, so as you can see, I'm hovering over the right layer now. So if I do Command copy, Command paste, Command T, let's go move it. And it's going to line her up. Yeah, like about there. Yeah. Yeah, that looks about right. Boop. All right. We're going to add bangs. I'm thinking either this one or this one. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. Ooh, that one's going to be a little hard to kind of navigate around. Let's make sure we're on the right layer. Can't copy and paste. It could be that you're on the wrong layer, perhaps. So which body part are you trying to copy or paste? All right. Oh, the head. Okay. Yeah. So for that portion, let me go ahead and zoom out real quick. All right. So let's go and close the hair layer, and then we're going to turn on the head/ear layer, and we're going to click on this little bar right here that says head and ear so that it's highlighted blue. Then we're going to get that lasso tool, which is right here. All right, and then just slowly make sure we circle around the whole thing without getting any of the ears, right? And just in case, this will be the long way to do it. You go on the edit area, and you'll click the word copy. Actually, yeah. We'll copy, and then we'll go over to title area. And then again, we'll go onto the little edit area right next to file. We'll click paste. It should pop up right there. Let me know if it pops up for you. It can be a little bit tricky for sure to, I guess not tricky, but just a hassle. Oh, it did. Awesome. Great. Yeah, making sure that you're on the right layer can definitely be hard, especially once you start getting into like digital art or whatever. It can be such an easy thing to have like just 30 to 50 layers. And so if you don't title your layers, you can easily get lost and be like, wait, where was I? One thing we want to do real quick is I'll show you guys how to save. And that's really important. if you're ever a digital artist, or you're ever like doing anything that has to do with a computer and you have the option to save often, please. You will save so many headaches if you save all the time. I get bad with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Command S, which is going to save. And this is already this hasn't been edited at all, so it's not going to really give me any prompt, but this one will. If I do Command S, it'll ask me what to name it. We're going to save it as cute animation. We don't need to worry about tags. We'll save it in the downloads area, sure, whatever. And we're going to save it as MPD, which is just the native Fire Alpaca type. So save. Yepers. Cool. So anyways, go ahead and get your things all set up while we're doing that. And I'm going to go ahead and finish with the hair. So I think we wanted this guy for the bangs. Which layer are you on? Maybe that you're under. Yeah, here you are. Okay. Let's go ahead. Circling around these things. Okay, copy. Boom. Paste. Command T. All right. Wow. Wow. What a stud. What a sassy Malou. Look at this guy. This boy, this absolute unit. What a guy. Yeah, all right. So now we're gonna start cleaning up. So as you can see, because we have these layers stacked on top of each other, there are gonna be some areas where there is like overlap. So it's all about picking and choosing which areas you wanna erase, and that's where the erase tool is gonna come in handy. Mainly we wanna get rid of this sort of headline and we wanna make sure we're on the right layer too. So this is the body layer. I wanna get rid of this line right here. So I'm just sort of going around with the eraser tool. Yeah, there we go. Nice and clean. Wow. All right. Wow. 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 All right. And the dog ears. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll erase this hair. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna mess around with the ears a little bit just to make sure they're in the right zone. What I want them to do is kind of like be right here. I want to tilt them a bit so that they kind of go out of the hairline, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and one by one, I'm going to go and circle around, make sure I'm on the ear later. We are. Command T. And we're going to go down a little bit. And we're going to twist a little bit. And you know, I think I want these ears to be bigger. I think I do. So I'm going to go and hold shift as I pull out. Wow. I think that's going to be good right there. Yeah, there we go. We're going to go and do that to the other side. Not really worrying too much about symmetry. You always can. That's always an option, you know, if you really want to. But this is just your first little thing. And you really don't want to get too caught up in making it look perfect. Because if you think about it, this is going to be like 1/8 of a second. So, you know, keep in mind that like you have leeway, right? You have leeway to sort of go about it quick. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and erase these lines because if you think about it, this part's gonna be covered by the hair. And you want to think of it like that. You want to think about which areas are in the front, which areas are in the back, you know? There we go. And so it's going to go hair, ear, and then the back of the head. And because of that, we're going to go into the hairline. Let's go ahead. I forgot to merge these in. So yeah, let's go ahead and merge that in there. And what's this? Oh yeah, this was the example one, so we can trash that. And this is gonna be the bangs, so let's make sure we merge that into the bangs. Trying to consolidate things as much as possible. On the hair layer, we have our eraser out. Getting rid of this line. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, oops. Took out too much hair. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Yeah, it's our little guy. And with the pen tool, you know, I won't have any sort of pressure sensitivity, so you know, trying to do something with this might be a bit hard. But you know, let's say you wanted to add like little. Oh no, this is not coming out. You want to give him like a nose? You can give him
What
one
is that?
piercing. I don't know. You can give him wrinkles. Yeah. That part, you know, with the pen tool, you can really do whatever you want. You can actually like, you know, this is kind of like a cool idea. Flower Alpaca has different types of brushes. So if you look down here on the bottom left, we have different sorts of brush types, and there are some pretty cute stuff. So for example, where's like the flower? The flower. If you want flowers on your lad. Wow. And you know, maybe if it's like black and white, it may not come out as well, but just like as an example, you know, like let's say we want like a pink, you know, and actually I think it could be like a cute thing if you put it behind everything else. And then maybe turn the transparency down a bit or whatever. You're like, oh, he's thinking about flowers. Oh, I don't know. It's really like kind of whatever you want to do with it, you know. Just like little patterns here and there, or like stars. I don't know, like a little magic boy. Whoa, epic. Anyways, my little dog boy thinks that flowers are overrated, so we're not gonna do it for him. But for you, if you so desire, the option's there. We're gonna go ahead and go back to the pencil or pen tool. We're not even really gonna be using the pen too much, I think, for me at least, but the option's there if you want to like add little details. Now that I think the boy is ready, I can show you guys how I'm gonna go about the next phase. So basically, with our first frame, we're gonna go ahead, and I want to make sure that this is gonna be right. Yeah, okay. So let's see. I'm gonna have this body layer. Oh, and this is gonna be interesting. So if you go to the next frame, you'll realize, oh, my boy is gone. What happened? As you go between each frame, it's gonna be as if you're on a new piece of paper. And there's this sort of, what's the word? I guess like trail of what your last layer used to be. And that's just a frame of reference. So it allows you to sort of see how the arc of animation is going. We're gonna go ahead and put the body here. And what I'm gonna do is with the selection tool, I'm gonna start moving this body toward a position that I think sort of works. So if you remember, in my mind, it's gonna be just this dog boy who's like kind of like thinking, and then like he tilts his head a bit, and then the thought bubble comes out. So if I do this sort of motion, I'm going to try my best to mimic that with this. I'm going to change the head so that he's swiveling his neck. So as you can see, I've selected the body layer. I press Command T to transform. And so this is where it's going to come in handy. I'm going to go ahead and twist a bit. And what I'm going to do, this is maybe a little bit more advanced, but the idea is that if he's tilting his head like this, his face is going to be at an angle. So I'm going to try and pull this waypoint. Wait, hold on. I think hold FN. No, wait. Command. Okay. Yeah. And so with the command, I'm going to be pulling these kind of back. And you can see now like the sort of angle has it to where it's looking up like this. You can even sort of amplify that more by having this go like that. See? Although actually, one thing I kind of messed up on is I want the neck to stay the same, right? Because he's moving his head, he's not moving his neck. So let's go ahead and get a more pinpoint. Oh, Coda, you have a question. What's your question?
I blacked out for a second. And how do you get to like the next frame?
The next frame? Okay, so yeah, basically you click on the folder that says frame 2, and then if you press on it, it'll jump you to the next frame. Or there's a shortcut. Here, let me make sure it works. It should be the same on the Mac, but if you do Command up, yeah. So if you do Command up or Command down, it'll let you toggle through the frames.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Also, thank you so much, Estrella. I'm glad you're having fun with this. Even if we don't end up making a full animation, what I'm really hoping is that you'll be able to save this little character, and you can use that just like as your little guy, your little character, like maybe an icon for any like social media or like contact pictures, you know. If you have a pen tool, if you actually have like a tablet, or if you just want to like draw on top of it, you can like make it look a little bit more like you. And I think that's really cute. So let's go ahead and get that as close as possible. Don't have to worry too much about being perfect. I'm gonna do Command T. And again, I'm gonna rotate it. Oh, someone's knocking. This isn't my building.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and go to the door and then just tell them that we're having a workshop right now.
Oh, you know what? I think Saul's here. Should I tell them that? Somebody knocked. Yeah, somebody knocked. Interesting. Okay, looks like we can keep going. Seems like it's fine. All right, so I'll be toggling this a bit. Have this area pulled back. There we go. So hopefully that will be illustrated well enough. And the way we're going to check is simply with the command, or like I showed Coda, or like I showed you guys, command up and down. As you can see, like the cheek line, right? The cheek line is sort of moving, and you can see that green means future, red means past. So as you can see, like that's where this line is going to eventually go. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm cool with that. Yeah. For sure. And so right now, I'm only going to be focusing on the body. And the reason why, and this is like, this doesn't really have to pertain to everyone. This is just how I do it. What I'm thinking is the body is like your anchor, and everything is going to be moving according to how the body moves. So ideally, I want to get that motion in there first, so that I can eventually sort of put the eyes and like pin them down where they should be in association with the body. It's my base, it's my foundation. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You guys can really like go off on your own too, because this is where things are going to be a bit divergent. Maybe you want your character, instead of being like thinking, you want your character to be excited. And so this is the part that I think is kind of funny. As like somebody who likes to animate, I often like to act out what I'm doing, because it helps me think about, okay, what are my eyes doing? What's my nose doing? What's my mouth doing? Like, how am I moving my head? And personally, like, I'm a people watcher, which means I like to watch people sometimes, from time to time. And you start to realize that people have tics. People do things when they're excited. People do things when they're scared, when they're mad, and even especially like if they have speeches, right, or whatever, like how I'm talking to you guys right now. I do things like with my shoulders, with my head, with my hands. And when you start to realize, how people are moving, you could incorporate that into your animations to give it a lot more life. And that's what separates, like people who do in betweens for like a studio versus people who are like true character animators. And so, yeah, like how I'm doing right now when I'm thinking like, oh, I want him to do this, I want him to do that. If you want someone to be excited, on your own pace or whatever, do that motion. Like if you want someone, oh, what are you doing? You're raising your head, you're raising your eyebrows, your mouth gets a bit wider, So think about that. And the other cool thing about this is like, over here on the original layer, there are different types of eyes. So you can kind of toggle between them a little bit. As you can see, like this one are eyes closed. So if your character is gonna blink, you can kind of like on the next layer use this type of eye instead of this type of eye, and that gives the illusion of somebody's like, closing their eyes and thinking. This one's like supposed to be a little bit more of an angry one right here, and so like if somebody's like, usually blinking is a good way to sort of transition between different expressions. If you're blocking, and blocking just means like the key animations that set what the character's face is going to be looking like. That could be a good way to think about it. Yeah. So yeah, really go at your own pace. I'm just going to kind of be talking a little bit to sort of fill in the space, or the, keep it going or whatever. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I'm going to copy and paste the body yet again. Actually, we're going to merge this down, and we're going to tile this body. And you do want to like constantly be doing that. Reason why is just because you want to remember where everything is, right? So, body. So, oops, we're actually going to want to select the head once again. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. I don't know if there'll be any like real easy way to see it, but by all means, if you guys ever want to contact me afterward and show me, I'd love to see it. Hope that selected everything. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Cool. Now I'm gonna actually get a little technical here. I'm gonna try and. What I'm basically doing is like erasing these parts from the selection line because I want the neck to be intact. All right, yeah, that's gonna be good enough. All right, and so now we're gonna even further sort of exaggerate this pose, right? So now it's really tilted. Right. And you want to kind of push it to 11, your animation. I'd say you always want to go over. Never worry about like whether or not you're pushing too much. That's one of the cool things about animation is you can really like, I guess, emphasize movement in such a creative way. And it doesn't apply to the same physics that we do as humans, you know? So really feel free to sort of go about your own way. So yeah, as you can see, that line right there, the cheek line is moving progressively forward. Yeah, and so even right there, if you want to play the entire animation all together, this is what you do. Over here, you're gonna go view, or I should wait. Yeah, you're gonna view and you go all the way down to autoplay, and it'll open up a little window and it'll play your little animation. So in order to drag apart, here, let me go back to this layer. Great question. Let's use this one as an example. So what I'm gonna do is what we've been doing with the Command T, and you'll see there's these 6 different points. And you can do either, you can move it point by point. So selecting here will make you, will allow you to change the width. Clicking here will change the height. If you want to drag it very specifically, all you do, if you have a Mac, you hold Command and you drag, and that will allow you to, whoa. Or if you're using a PC, I want to say you hold Control. So you hold the Control key, and while you're holding the Control key, you're holding onto this little guy. Yeah, there you go. You can do all kinds of weird things, but we're gonna go and undo because cool with how it looks. That's another thing you could kind of do if you want to just like experiment before you actually start affecting your frames. Is you could kind of like Command T, and you can hold Command and then just be like, blah, blah, blah. And this kind of like, this makes you, I think about your model a little bit more. You know, if you wanted to jump, wow. If you wanted to like fester and get angry, I don't know. Probably sound insane, but you know, that's what happens. It's all part of the process. Anyways, I'm gonna go and undo. It's coming along pretty nicely, I think. Again, going to the view, autoplay. I'm going to full screen that. And we could even change the frames per second. If I want to do 10, you know, it makes it go faster. Yeah. But we're going to go back to 8 frames. So yeah, as you can see, the body's twisting along with it. Yeah. And so one thing I also kind of want to do with the body is I think I kind of am feeling like this sort of bounce when I do this motion of thinking. And so I think I'm gonna pull it up a little bit, as if it's like you're, you know, like I'm looking up, right? And so I'm gonna ever so slightly pull up, and maybe even just to kind of like emphasize this, I'm gonna pull, wait, hold on. So we're gonna move it up a little, and we're gonna Command do that. I like that already. And we're gonna follow suit with this guy. I'm gonna move him up. Pull up. So if we, yeah. And if you compare it before, at least me personally, comparing it before and after, looking at the autoplay again, it kind of feels like it's more organic. Because if you're just moving your head alone, you know, it could be a bit of a static thing going on. Yeah, all right. So, and I think what we're gonna do is we'll let the body kind of rest at frame 4,
and then between frames 4 and 8, he'll be like moving his head back and forth, like he's considering something, right? So this will be the height of like the animation. Let's go ahead and I'm actually going to just copy this one. There's a bit of a sketchy kind of thing that you're doing if you keep on copying, but if you keep on transforming an item over and over, where it starts to get more blurry. I don't think I'm too worried about that though. The main reason why is because first of all, this is just a fun little exercise. But on top of that, when it's moving at 8 frames a second, you're not really going to be noticing too much whether or not it's like, this frame looks a little blurry. What's going on? So ain't too much of a worry to me. And move it up to the side, and we're going to stretch them up a little bit. And then let's get a little closer. I hope that helped, by the way, Estrella. Let me know if you still need help with dragging. All right. Sort of squeeze it a bit. We're actually gonna increase the size of it here. Yeah, I'm just sort of toggling a bit. I'm gonna kind of just see if I can rest it there. Yeah. Let's see how that looks. Just toggling, Ooh, see, that seems a bit janky to me. And so this is, I'll let you guys in. Okay, help making it bigger or smaller. Okay, yeah. Here, let me show you. When I do Command T, right? Oh, wait, let me make sure I'm on the right layer. There we go. Command T. All right, and hopefully you're at this part too, and you see all these points. Are you trying to make just an entire area like bigger? Because, yeah, if you want to make it bigger or smaller, you basically you want to make sure that it doesn't look like this little circle. You want it to look like that little cross right there. And then once you're at that point, you just click and you're holding, and then you're dragging either down or up. Oh yeah, Control T. Yeah, is the shortcut. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I wasn't sure about that part. Control T is definitely going to help for moving stuff too. All right, but see, so like something seems kind of janky about this. I think what it is that I want this frame. Yeah. See, so right now I'm on frame 3. Frames 2 and 4 both seem to be higher, so it doesn't have this natural arc, right? Yeah, we're gonna want to move this guy in between these two lines here. And I'd even say I think I want to move the line of frame 2 lower, just so that it's very obviously moving toward that direction. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then we're gonna have this merge down. Body. Now I'm gonna go ahead and save Command S, because again, I don't want to like end up losing this. And then I'm gonna have it stay on this frame for a sec, just so that it has, and actually, you know what? I might like just move this down a bit just to sort of, wait, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have this like kind of poke like that, so that he's raising his shoulder a little bit. But I want it to sort of rest into this kind of position. This is what I think is like the natural kind of like, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of just like peeling it out and going through the frames, making sure that everything kind of makes sense. And at this point, I think it's safe to start attaching the different body parts. So with the eyes, when I do this, I feel like the eyes are going to be tilting a little bit, and I think I might make them squint a little more. So what I'm going to do is copy the eye layer, and then we're going to go over Command up to frame 2, and we're going to do Command V. I'm going to retitle this to eyes, and we're going to Command T or Control T, and we're going to have it mirror what's going on over here. So I'm going to tilt it a little bit, move it up, and I want it to sort of squint a little more. So I'm going to change that, if you see what I'm doing. One helpful tool, if you want to make sure something looks good at one angle as well as flipped over, this is a really important one. I believe you just press down on the down key. Yeah. As you can see, on both sides, it seems like it's going okay. Yeah. I think that looks good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Okay. We're gonna go and go to the next layer, paste, transform, and we're gonna follow that arc, that motion. And you could kind of use this as a comparison, right? Like if you see this much of a gap, you want that kind of gap to sort of be mirrored here. So doop, doop, and then we're gonna command squint. Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna sort of pull this down a bit, and then I'm going to do this, and that's gonna create this sort of perspective thing going on, which you don't gotta worry about too much. This is just a bit more of like an advanced thing or whatever. But basically, I'm creating the illusion of the eyes kind of tilting up as the head tilts up. If you understand, if you get what I mean. I might even move it a little bit more over here. See that? Yeah. Wow. Not too shabby. I think I might twist this a bit more. Just to sort of, yeah, I think that might help. Let's make sure. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you're liking it, Poppy. Yeah. Wow. All right. And then this is the last one. Same thing. We're pasting. Oh, let's not forget to label this as eyes so we know where the eyes are. See, this is like kind of the fun part. I mean, it's tedious, perhaps, but you're seeing your little guy moving. Ain't that such a beautiful thing? Oh, what a world we live in, where you can create little boys and make them look around and think about things. And then we're gonna sort of do that same thing again, where we're gonna make it even more drastic. Yeah, maybe tilt it a bit more. And yeah, it's not super fluid. I think I can move this a little bit more over. Yeah. I think also might move this a little bit higher, a little bit in more, over more, just a skosh. Oops. Okay. I think I'm gonna push this in, push that over there. Yeah. And let's see how it looks if we do the autoplay. Yeah. Small, it's like not a lot going on now, but hey, we got something. Actually, I just realized that this was flipped. Oops. Let's go and flip that back. There we go. I'm going to be toggling this a little bit more just to sort of. Yeah, okay. All right. I believe we have one more frame. Not a good, but it doesn't let me do, you know how to fix this. Try, instead of doing the shortcut Command C, Command V, see if you could just do edit, copy, edit, paste. What it might be, what I'm thinking it's gonna be is that you might not be on the right layer. So see how each frame or like layer has like a dot next to it? Toggle the dot on and off. And if the layer that you're on is not highlighted blue, make sure you're on that layer when you copy and paste. I hope that makes sense. Because let's say like I want to move the mouth, right? But I'm on the eye layer. So notice how I'm toggling the mouth on and off. That's this layer up here, but the one that's highlighted is the one that's blue is eyes. If I try like copying this mouth, you know, Command C, it's not going to paste anything. And the reason why is because I tried copying the mouth, but I was on the wrong layer. So make sure that whichever body part you're on, you're toggling it on and off. And the area that you're toggling off or on is highlighted blue, because that's going to tell you which layer you're on. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you still have trouble with it. But that does remind me, we're going to go on to the mouth next. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make the mouth kind of like start to close. And I think eventually we're going to, what I think is we're going to go ahead and switch from this mouth to maybe, I wonder. I think what I might try to do is use this line, but I'm going to flip it upside down. And so if that makes sense, like it's going to go from this to that, but it's going to be like a frowny, not a smiley. Oh, cool. It worked. I'm glad. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and copy, paste. So we're going to move it up. We're going to tilt it a bit. And we are going to, with Command, lower it. So it looks like the mouth is starting to move. And we might even stretch it a bit, just a skosh, right? So yeah, and we're gonna repeat that motion. Wait, what's this all about? That is, but we're gonna delete it. All right, twist. We're going to, ooh, wrong one, Command. Stretch. you ever seen shows like on Netflix? There's a show, Agretzko. If you ever seen shows like that, I'm actually gonna move the mouth a little bit more. They use this technique a lot. You'll notice that they don't hand animate. What they do is like they stretch the same body parts to make it look like they're moving. A lot of American cartoons actually use this technique. So if you notice more like simple, that's derogatory. Like if you notice certain shows, like maybe like Family Guy, Bob's Burgers. Trying to think. Usually, what it is like they have a library of assets that they use, and they rig certain body parts to make it look like they're animating. When it's not necessarily they're animating on each frame; they're just moving these parts on like a motion or whatever. You'll notice it like when you watch certain shows that it's like the same model that is just being like pulled around, basically. Yeah. Which is definitely effective when you might be like on a budget or whatever, or if you just want to use that type of animation. All right. I think I'm going to make this even smaller. Oh, we at 6 o'clock. Okay, cool. Too bad, I don't think, in terms of time. Hope everybody's comfortable too. This is, a bit of time for sure, but hopefully you'll end up with a product that you're okay with. This one. Go ahead and move the body up really high. Really thin. Oh, he's got such a tiny mouth. It does. It does take some time, and you do need like that kind of patience for it, but it's very rewarding, I think. At the end of the day, yeah. All right, and then in the next frame, so the next frame we're gonna use different parts. So this will be interesting. I think we're gonna do the closed eyes. Copy. Paste. Oh yeah, it's all gonna be all the way in the corner. I was like, where did it go? Oh, I wasn't in the right layer. Oops. We're on the eye layer. There we go. Is that you? Yeah. So copy. And delete this layer because it's just a blank. Yeah. To move this guy all the way down there. Go ahead and zoom. Butt out of this. All right. We're going to try and line it up as best as we can to the other eye. We're going to move it like this. I think we're going to try and, yeah. See, it looks like he's blinking. Ha, ha, ha. Cool. And then we're going to go ahead and hope you guys understand what I mean with the mouth thing. We could have added teeth, but that might be like a much for what we're trying to go for. Okay, see, I had it under the wrong layer. Oops, on my part. We're going to go ahead and select just the simple mouth. Ah, and animation class. See, okay, so for me, I had mentioned that like I'd taken an animation class. So a bit of a retcon here. I haven't mentioned it in this, but this is just sort of, I never actually took it for real credits. And that's because like all the cool kids like taking animation courses, which means it's very hard to get into when you go to college, because it gets filled up super fast. I'm sure anyone can relate to that who'd been in a college experience, you know, just never being able to get the class that you need. And so what I used to do is I used to sneak into the classroom and pretend like I was working on assignments, and I would see what other students were doing, and I would like try to do the assignments on my own time, and the professor like caught on what I was doing. And so eventually he wasn't mad at all, but he's like, hey, I can't give you like a grade, but what I can do is I'll give you the assignments and I'll give you constructive feedback, you know. I was like, yes. So I never got credits for it, but and to be fair, like I didn't do every assignment because that class was like at 8 a.m, so it was only like on days that I could do or whatever, I would try to what's it called, like go in, you know, hear the lecture, and then like do the assignments on my own time. So see how I'm flipping it upside down so that we have like a little frowny face, you know. And so I had a real like, I was like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this more than anything kind of mentality, right? Yeah. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and view it. Let's go and see how it looks. Ooh. Let's go in full screen then so you guys can get a better look. Wow. I think I can move the eyes a little bit more to the right just because it feels like it's kind of circling in a way that I'm not too much of a fan of. So I'm going to do that just to clean it up a little bit. But overall, you know, not too bad. So we're going to, whoa, that was weird. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Which layer is this? This is now. Push it here. Push this out. Push this here. We're even going to tilt that down a bit, I think. Just going to view it again real quick. All right. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Right now. Let's go ahead and go back to this frame, and now we'll do the eyebrows. Oh. And the eyebrows, I think, are going to go lower. Makes sense to me. Raise them. We're gonna leave them kind of in the same spot, and the reason why is because, again, we want it to sort of lower as this character is looking up, like he's thinking, you know. You can do all sorts of things with the eyebrows. The eyebrows are so expressive. You could do things like you can make it look like one eyebrow's raising, like he's like concocting a plan, or you can make them like faster down, like he's angry in thoughts. You could even sort of tilt it down and make them sad. Eyebrows are really expressive and a great way to sort of give your animation a little more oomph, a little more oomph. I'm gonna go ahead and layer. Move this right here and just a little squish. Squish. Squish, little squishy. Yeah. And finally, oh, we haven't been labeling. If at this point you're still working on like the little character and, you know, making your own little guy, I feel like that in of itself is a great way to start, because you're practicing that exercise, you know, of uh, getting used to where how the body is in terms of layers. Um, so don't worry about doing something necessarily like this, you know, right off the bat. This is a cute little thing, and I think that like it's pretty accessible to do, but it's also you know, maybe a little advanced for anyone who's like starting out and hasn't done animation or much less digital drawing. So you know, take that with a grain of salt, and don't be too hard on yourself if you're not getting something that's like making much sense. All right, that's good. The close is going to be an easy one because all we're doing is putting that on. So let's go and do that real quick. Set this layer. Which layer? Where are you at? What the heck? Oh, here it is. All right. And I want to save. So bring 2. How do you delete a layer? So there's a little trash can right here. Be careful you're not deleting like the wrong layer or the wrong folder. You can always do Command Z if you do, but let's say I don't like this close layer. All you gotta do, press the trash can, and it's gone forever. There you go. So that's good there. Oh. Let's get that in there. Be a bit janky, but I think it'll be fine. Let's go and take a look. Yeah, it's following well enough. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now the ears are where I'm thinking it's going to be really cute if as he's looking up, the ears kind of like droop to the side or maybe like droop to one side. You ever notice how like dogs do that when they like cock their head and they got like, they're like twisting one ear to the side? So I'm going to try to do something cute like that. I think that'll come out really nice. But we're gonna do the hair first. And so this is where I think I was mentioning why you want the bangs to be different from the hair. I feel like the bangs might follow the head a bit closer, whereas the hair might, be a bit more freely flowing. And so if you have those two objects kind of like moving in different directions, you have a better, it feels less static, basically. And you'll sort of see how that goes with this little exercise. So let's go and do that. So we'll start out, I think, with the bangs. Sure. So we're gonna go erase it, and we're gonna give it a little bit of a latency. Like it's kind of like it doesn't realize what the head's doing quite yet. So it's gonna be like that. We're actually gonna copy this layer. You. No. And try that again. Actually, I think we're gonna move the bang a little bit more so that it's. I'll make this dramatic. He's got so much sass. How do you bring back the navigator's side? Okay, so if let's say you accidentally got rid of the navigator, let me just finish this real quick. Yeah, so what you can do is click Window and then scroll down. You'll see navigators right there. So let's say my navigator's gone. You just go Window, Navigator. It should be right there. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so we're gonna have it do like this dramatic thing, right? Where like it kind of pulls down and then flips up. So let's see if I can do that. Copy the original so that it doesn't get too. Oh, what's this? That's cool. Okay. So no problem. We'll see if this works. I'm not entirely sure it will. Hopefully it will. Yeah. Maybe if I push this. Maybe even raise it a bit. Pull it this way a bit because it's now retaining the shape it should have. How to use the pen. So to use the pen, you click on the pen cursor or sign up there. And I don't know if you have a tablet. If you have a tablet, you can just start drawing on the screen and you'll start doing it. If not, I would recommend making your pen smaller. And so you'll see that on brush control. Change the size to maybe like somewhere between 3 and 4. The other thing, not sure if this is gonna work. Stabilizers will definitely work if you have a pen. I don't know if they'll work if you're using a cursor, but the higher you increase your stabilizer, the more control it will have when you create a line. So I would suggest, since we're doing it on if you're doing it on a mouse or if you're doing it on a trackpad, maybe somewhere like 5 to 7, I would say. Let's try like an even 6, and then that's how you get your lines. I'd say even make it smaller than that, make it like 1.7 maybe. Yeah, and that's how you use the pen tool. I think I'm gonna try and the pen or eraser's not working. You might not be on the right layer, perhaps. Or it could be. I'm thinking it could be a couple things. It depends. I wish I could see your screen. I'm guessing maybe the layer you're on isn't visible. Either that, or like it won't let you press on it, or will nothing come out if you draw with it. Oh, it's just an X sign. That's what it shows. Let's see. Perhaps. See, so I think that the layer that you're on isn't showing, because that's what happens to me if I have the layer toggled off and I try to draw on it, it'll have that X. So in order to show it back, where that little circle right here will show, make sure that that's toggled on, and see if that works. Either that or work on an entirely new frame or a new layer, and you can do that by pressing the little paper right here on the bottom corner of this window. Oh, cool. Glad. Fully cooly. All right, so we got the bangs, and as you may have seen, looking very sassy, this character. What was this again? I don't know what that was. Whatever, we'll keep it. I don't know what it was, but we'll keep it. So let's go ahead and finish with the rest of the hair. Rinse, wash, repeat, am I right? Oops. So the hair is gonna be a lot more, I think, like sort of just flowy. I think I might even like kind of have it. What I want to do is like kind of sway here and then like go like that, if that makes sense. Like have this kind of like whoosh arc. So we'll see if we can do that. I'm gonna have it kind of like there-ish. We can always mess around with it a little more or whatever, but Oopla. Just sort of toggling it around. Not really too focused on whether or not the lines are connecting or whether or not like it looks perfect. I just want that motion to be there. Yeah, I think that's coming out. Yeah. Swoosh. We're actually going to hide it behind here so that the bangs come up. Wow. Crap. We might raise this up a bit. There we go. As you notice, the bangs are raising while the back of the hair is lowering. And if you think about it, that makes sense, right? Because again, thinking about this as layers, your bangs are in front of your face, the rest of your hair is behind your face. So if your head were to tilt up, the bangs would naturally go higher as the back would go lower. Think of it like a plank, and you have a face, that's sort of like tilting up or whatever. Those layers of wood that make the plank are going to, I guess, like correlate. One will be facing lower, one will be facing higher. I don't know if that makes sense. If this motion that I'm doing with my hands is making sense. Maybe it's a bit too big brained. Just think of it like if I'm looking up, it's going to be bangs are the highest point, head, middle, back of the hair back. Or just think of it like it looks nice. Nope. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, cool. Okay. Glad that it can make sense. Very good. Yeah. It's going to be a bit janky. I think we can sort of fix that a little bit. Let's see, I haven't been labeling these, so let me label this hair. I believe this is the bangs. Yeah, that's the bangs. So I'm going to yeah, I like that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's take a look. I feel like we can play around with this part of the hair a little more. How are we doing on time? 6:28. Let's just keep going though, because I really want to get those ears in. And as I said, I'm going to begin the process of making. I think I want this ear to kind of perk up and this one to go lower. So with the selection tool, go ahead and lower this ear. There we go. And then selection tool, raise this ear to be higher. There we go. And in general, they should follow the sort of rule. Here. So let's go and pull these back a little bit. Even, yeah. Say even shrink it a bit in the top. raise this ear up. About there. This ear. Tilt it to the side. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think we're getting that. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. Okay, no problem. I hope you were able to get something out of it. Please show me what you ended up with. I'd say work on it on your own time. And if you end up finishing something, please, by all means, let me know how it goes. Good luck with your chores. And tilt that down even further. Tell you what, as soon as I can, as soon as we have time, if you ever want to, I'll go and teach you a little bit more of what I know. And I hope that'll help a lot. It really does, honestly. I think there's something like really helpful about make sure we're in the right layer. Yeah, we're going to tilt this back a little more and shrink it. And I think we're gonna need to toggle it a bit more. Even rotate it more. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense too, because if you're tilting this way, ideally, again, with perspective, if you're tilting your head this way, the objects that are on your left side of your head, I guess your guys' right, I'm assuming, will be closer than the stuff on the opposite side. So this ear is going to recede into the background and this ear will get bigger as they're tilting their head. It won't be too dramatic. And again, something you don't really have to keep in mind, especially if this is your first time. But it helps in the end product if you consider it. Do you know how to create a new frame? Yeah. So there's that little paper icon down here on the bottom left-hand side of the layer window. If you click that, it'll create a whole new layer. No problem. good peek and see how this looks. Okay, cool. And I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next part of this little animation. So now that he's already finished looking up, I think from there he's gonna be just up there for a while, maybe turning his head back and forth. And with this part, I think to expedite things a little bit, we can kind of just see if we can copy and paste the whole layer. And this is going to kind of throw that whole idea of everything being on separate layers off the window because everything will be tied together. But I think at this point we have all the basic stuff needed to sort of do this tilting head animation. And if anything, we can always go back. So let's go ahead and paste that. I think we're going to sort of rest it a bit. So we're going to just tweak it a little bit to where it might not even be noticeable. We're going to do that one more time, but even more compressed. And maybe even tilt it to the side a bit. Circle the head a little bit, just to sort of emphasize this tilting motion. So in order to test the animation, you go View, you press Autoplay. View and then Autoplay. I think, ooh, I almost dropped my phone. I think we're going to toggle with the body a little bit too. Problem? This part again, you don't have to really be too clean with it. Just gonna try and get these shoulders in here. And I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Ooh, make sure I'm on the right layer. Ooh, wider. Maybe actually, if anything, we might want to decrease it down. Yeah. We're going to twist the head a little bit. For this next frame, oh, I think add that in there. There we go. I think I want the shoulders to kind of sway a little bit with this, and ideally we'll pull it back in with the pen tool, just for like cleanup, if we get to that. If we get to that.
Hey, Clew, you're a little quiet. You think you get closer to the mic? Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully this is any better.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying is I'm just going to be moving the shoulders a little bit to try and create a contrast of like the head tilts this way, the shoulder, like the head tilts down, shoulder goes up. You know, I feel like that might create a little bit of a dynamic thing going on. And then we'll clean it back up with the pen tool if we get to that point, you know. Yeah. And so right now I'm kind of mimicking like what it's going to look like, right? So you tilt his head this way, tilt it that way, tilt it this way, tilt it that way. And so here, let's go ahead and view everything. Yeah. And so now this is the point where I'm going to start adding new frames because it only gives us 8. We're going to go ahead and add another frame. If we're going to add a frame, we'll click, or full, if we're going to add a new frame, I'm going to do a folder. Oh, did it? Oh, I see. Oops. Accidentally copied that. And so what we're going to do actually, and this is going to be a little cheat, we're just going to copy this frame because if you think about it, right, going this way, he's just doing the same thing over and over. He's like repeating that motion back and forth. So we can get away, right, with doing this kind of like back and forth motion. So from frame 8 goes back to 7, back to 6. So we're going to copy folder, paste. So let's make sure that looks good. Do frame 6, copy, folder, paste, right? And let's see view. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. I think from there, I'm gonna make a whole new thing where, because I think we have the time to get away with it. We're gonna try and do one more frame for the 12th frame. Go ahead and see. Not necessarily too sure that this is going to end up working, but what I'm hoping to do is create like this sort of different frame, create this different frame where the head's kind of cocked toward us. Oh, shoot. Up, pull that down. Kind of want to tilt it this way. And see if we can even go one step further, straighten out that neck. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm gonna tilt it there. Tilt like that. That's about as close as we need to get. See the eyes. Actually, we can go ahead and copy the eyes back from over here. Oh, is this the same frame? I don't think we want that. I'm gonna erase this for now. It's not letting you make a new frame? And you're clicking the little paper, right? Or in order to make a new frame, you have to make a new folder. So click on the topmost frame or folder, and then try pressing the new folder icon. And hopefully that will work. I'm gonna erase this part. Okay, cool. Glad it worked. Getting to the last minute, so I'm hoping I can get this done in time. Eyebrow layer. Oh, shucks. And see, you can get a lot of layers out of this. We're at like what 110. So just note that it could definitely be a bit of a process. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This one. There we go. This is the eyebrows. This is the mouth. Oh. Let's see how it looks. It almost kind of looks like he's trying to like sway the hair out of his face, but you know, be up to interpretation. I think what I'll do is I will like copy those frames so that the head tilts back and forth a couple times. We'll see how that ends up coming along. Even one more frame where, I think I'm gonna do one more frame where I make this even more exaggerated, just to sort of pull that to 11. Pinch. I think I can want this to sort of sway a bit. Hopefully that's not too much. All right, let's see. Let's see how that looks. I think within these last couple of minutes, I'll be able to put in the rest for this frame, and then Maybe that'll be something that will kind of get the point across, hopefully. Yeah. Get that hair in there. Here. That's fine. Okay, cool. What's in there? Ooh. Looking sassy. Yeah, no fancy boy. Almost down to time. Ooh, get this boy clothed at least. Time for years, but you know, wait, perhaps. Yeah. And all right, well, let's take a look. View. I think we have enough here to sort of convey that message. I hope you guys were able to come up with something too. We're at that 7 o'clock mark. So it seems like now is a good place to sort of end it, you know? I'm really excited to see what everyone else came up with. I don't really know how we do this, Poppy. Poppy.
Looks like we're about to wrap up here. Yeah, thank you, Estrella, and thank you everyone who joined us both on Zoom and on live. Thank you, Clew, for teaching us how to do some animation today. It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
I learned a lot actually. I've never used Fire Alpaca, so
It's
I'm sure
great.
we all learned a lot too.
Actually, you know what? I will say this before we go. One last thing to help out. So we're gonna go and save, and this is the part where we're gonna be able to save it as a GIF, just to make sure. GIF,
Oh
GIF.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's make sure that I teach that part at least. All you want to do is just go to File, and nestled under here is for it's available. It's not available for mobile devices, as far as I know. So any PC or Mac, it will be fine, but it won't work on your phone, and it won't work on a tablet, like an iPad. But you should be able to use it on other things, and you're free to use that file I put in the chat. And you're free to share it with friends. At the very least, you can show them how to make little cute characters. So once you export it as an animated GIF, you can save it as whatever. I'm going to put cute animation. We're going to save it on, I guess, the desktop. I hope Davina's okay with that. Just going to take her laptop and have a weird little thing.
If she doesn't want that, she can delete it.
Yeah, she can just delete it. I'll actually send it to myself. That way I'll be able to, show it off or whatever. So we're going to go and save. And this is where we get to choose the frames per second. I'm going to choose 10. And the reason why I wanted a bit faster is just because I feel like it'll help kind of like, stitch together the empty spaces, if that makes any sense. 8 frames per second is very, okay. Depending on what you want to do. 12 is like the standard, but you'll get a really short animation with that. Because we're at, I think, 13 or 14 frames, it'll be a little over a second. But yeah. At the very least, by then, hopefully you'll be able to share it with your friends, whatever you created. Please share it with me. I don't know.
Where can people find you?
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna ask if it's okay if I plug in my stuff or whatever. So you can go ahead and follow me. My art account is Clueless Crafts on Instagram. That's probably the best way to check out my work, and also to contact me if you have any questions. Or you can always email me at cluelesscrafts@gmail.com. That's a great way to also reach out if you ever want any assistance or whatever. I'm always open to help people out or give like good references for places you can look. I hope this was fun for you guys. It was fun for me.
Yeah. And if you guys want to send chai, chaiinitiative@gmail.com, or message us on our Instagram, we can connect you and we can post your animations as well. Right.
Please do.
Thank you so much, Clew. I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything else anyone wanted to add, or any other questions anybody had?
Anyone has any questions? I definitely wanted to just say, yeah, thank you so much for coming along with me. I'm not usually in the teacher role, but I think that this was a really fun experience. And in general, like, study animation, study life and how it moves, because I think that's where you can find the most enjoyment out of creation. I hope it was relaxing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for it. It was. All right. Bye, Estrella. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Clew, I forgot that you're the host, so you're gonna have to end the stream. You can just
Uh-oh.
end it.
Oops.
You
How do I wait a minute. How do I do this?
just go ahead to that. Okay, Clew, I forgot that you're the host, so you're gonna have to end the stream. You can just end it.
Wait. I think if I press this button. Okay.
You can also make me the host, I think.
Oh, if I just press stop video? Or wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
that
No.
video.
End meeting, right?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. End meeting for all. Okay. Bye.